The government of Burkina Faso has just introduced the subject of patriotism to be given to children in school. Now, this was announced as the government has held this Council of Ministers, and the Minister of Education has told the public. I'm going to share this video that I got from the Burkina 24 TV, which is the national television of Burkina Faso. It's in French, but the captions are in, the subtitles are in English.
Le compte de la présidence du Faso, le Conseil a adopté un décret portant institution.
On the behalf of Burkina Faso, the Council adopted a decree establishing
d'une immersion patriotique obligatoire pour les élèves.
Establishing compulsory patriotic immersion for students
admis aux examens scolaires. Cette mesure s'inscrit en droite ligne de l'initiative présidentielle pour une éducation de qualité pour tous, qui prévoit en sa composante 7 l'organisation de la discipline scolaire et de la propreté des établissements. L'immersion patriotique obligatoire pour les élèves admis aux examens scolaires vise à contribuer à la construction de modèles de citoyens et de patriotes qui impacteront positivement la vie de la nation, ce dans le cadre du processus de refondation de la société burkinabé, du développement et de la consolidation de la fibre patriotique. Elle permettra, en plus des connaissances scientifiques et techniques enseignées aux élèves, de leur inculquer des valeurs civiques et patriotiques, ainsi que des réflexes d'autodéfense. Cette immersion patriotique obligatoire concernera les élèves admis au brevet d'études du premier cycle BEPC au certificat.
So basically he's saying that this will, instill in the children's mind or in the students' mind to be patriotic and self-defense and know who they are and to love their country. And this is why it's not only Burkina Faso, but countries who have passed through revolutions and who have reached now in, like China and Russia, they teach patriotism in class for their students, in some of them even from a young age. I don't think Burkina Faso's one is from a young age, but definitely this will help the country in a way. No, it's not just a revolution or patriotism when presidents come and go, but to raise a citizen with the love of their country, for whether the country is poor or not, it doesn't matter, but they will always defend their country no matter what. That's that kind of citizen it produces when you teach patriotism in school. Russia does it, China does it, the United States does it. I think it's the United, even some research have been conducted. I think 47% of Americans are patriotic. And in fact, they think also America is the only great place to be. So when you bring it to Africa, as far as my reading is concerned, I only come across that Uganda is the only country in Africa that teaches patriotism to even the young age in school. And I'd like to share this video with you. The documentary was done by DW. It's a German broadcast service. Deutsche Welle, I think it's known as.
Hi there, my name is Brandlin, and I have to say I am proud to be Ugandan. One would ask, why be proud being Ugandan? Well, the answer is simple and precise. You are who you are because you cannot hide away from your natural roots and identity. To sum it all, we are also told to be patriotic in schools. Yes, it's a subject like maths, English, and others. And to get to know if it has added any value to teenagers my age bracket, I will be talking to my peers and also a teacher why it is important to teach patriotism to young people. Mercy, what is your country, Uganda, best known for that makes you proud?
Honestly, it's the culture for me. Uganda has various tribes with traditions and cultures that were instilled way back by ancestors and have been carried on from generation to generation, like the way of dressing, the different staple foods. And what amazes me most is the way people are able to live harmoniously despite the differences.
What about you, Osbat? I'm curious to know what you like about Uganda.
I will say nature. I've been privileged to move across the country, and trust me, look at the flora, look at the fauna this country has been blessed with. Uganda is a country that you live in and say and believe in the power of creation.
What makes you proud as a Ugandan teen?
For us as teens, we are privileged to venture into a lot of fields, even with our education. Our parents push us to do the business, do the agriculture. At a tender age, we're exposed to quite a number of things in this world.
Mercy, it would definitely be interesting to know what makes you different from other teens like from Kenya, Cameroon, Nigeria, and elsewhere in Africa.
The environment. Personally, our school is located in the land of the.
I think that's enough. But I just Googled while I'm transmitting this to you how many tribes are in Uganda. There are about 56 tribes. But guess what? They are celebrating their diversity. But at the same time, they have this identity of belonging to one country, that is Uganda. And I think beside being patriotism, so, mostly it's like, associated with war, and that it's people who are patriots who are defending their country, but it does a lot more than that, especially for African countries who are torn apart because of tribalism. What it does is, it teaches you that to celebrate all those diversification, but also, and to celebrate, the cultures that are found in each and every tribe, the way they dress or speak or whatever. But at the same time, also it brings you under one umbrella as a country. That's whether be it Uganda. And I'm so much, as I'm talking this, I'm so much also thinking about my country, Ethiopia, how nice it will be. There is civic education that I know. It has been, I think, maybe even 10 years since it has been in place, or more than 10 years, okay? But we need a subject called patriotism, because there is a tribalism in the country, and also in other African countries. I think it's the best medicine, how you raise your young generation in a country where there is so much tribalism. That's what it does. And I think congratulations to Burkina Faso to introduce this amid where, there is a lot of, how do you say, intimidation by the Western power or previous colonial powers, France, the United States, and others, who are unhappy because the country is gaining back its own natural resource and saying that we're going to use it only to the benefit of our citizens, where it belongs to, and we are setting up our own prices, increasing the stake of the share of their own natural resource, establishing refineries. All these are not welcomed by these powers who have been continuously looting the resources from the country. So you really need, at any case, if you take away, because that's why they constantly plot with their accomplices, by the way, Africans as well. It could be even with Burkinabes as well, buying them with money or whatever, to raise your children, your citizens with such a value by instilling patriotism in them. That's what you do, you know, that's a long-term thing, what you can do to your citizens. And I think every African country should follow this step. But let us know in the comment section. I want to hear from my brothers and sisters in Uganda what learning patriotism in school have done to you. Do you think you're different than other countries, that we don't see any tribalism in your country, or is it something because we don't read media in your language or hear in your language? Yeah, it will be really nice to know your experience. And you agree also with me if this patriotism subject is given to countries, to African countries who are suffering from tribalism, like Ethiopia, Nigeria, and you can name many more, South Africa and others, you know. Let us know in the comment section. Thanks again for tuning in. That was it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.